This week on One Devotion. Check out all the scores and highlights from the season's thrilling first week. Meet a young Ironman who refuses to ever miss a playing opportunity. Watch a pair of stars go one-on-one over which of them knows their new team best. And hear from a veteran who found his calling where he least expected to.
There was a leader. He spoke
Greek. One was from the east. Yeah.
Oh, the one with the bomb was Spanish. He had a beard.
And just when it seemed nothing else could happen, bam.
Bam.
Bam. Shot.
A shot.
There were lots of them. They were very tall. Very tall. One of them ran all over the place. He was super fast.
Thank you. We've got the suspects. Okay, they can leave.
There were lots.
There were lots of them.
There were a lot. Shots came from everywhere.
Very tall.
Very tall.
Very
Oh,
tall.
the one with the bomb was
The one
Spanish.
with the bomb was
The one with the
Spanish.
bomb was Spanish.
There was a leader.
There was a
He
leader.
spoke Greek.
He spoke Greek.
One was from the east.
And just when it seemed nothing else could happen,
Bam.
bam. A shot.
A shot.
One of them ran all over the place. He was super fast.
Having first moved to Europe 13 years ago to start his pro career in Germany, Strasbourg veteran Leis Campbell is among the continent's longest established American players. But when he was growing up in New Jersey, Campbell had never even considered the possibility of playing basketball overseas. And he admits now that when the opportunity first arose, he didn't exactly jump at it.
I was scared to death. I was scared to death because I didn't know exactly, I was ignorant, so to speak. I didn't know what to expect. I was going to Germany. I only, did research on certain things of Germany's old history. And, when I got there, I learned that it's a whole nother culture and a big world out there. For me, it was really, really intimidating, but I'm glad that I went through with it.
At first, Campbell struggled to settle into his new surroundings and was even considering heading back to the US. But then a much-needed helping hand came from a teammate who convinced him to persist with his new life in Europe.
It was an older player by the name of Eric Blair. He played in Germany. I remember probably like my second or third week, he pulled me to the side and talked to me. I was ready to give it up. It was really, really difficult for me to try to integrate with the teammates and stuff like that. But he told me, he said it's going to take a while, and once you get the hang of it and learn to live over here, he said you'll make a good career.
Campbell's task in becoming settled in Europe soon became easier when he met his future wife, who comes from Denmark. They have now been married for 9 years and have 3 children who were born on 3 different continents and are being brought up with a very international outlook.
Asia was born in Tokyo, Naomi was born in New Jersey, and Malia was born in Germany. So they're all over the place, but France is like their base. We've been all over the place, and I think that's the best gift that we can give them, just to be well-rounded, to give them a taste of different cultures, so that when they get older, they've been exposed to many different things. Like myself, I was only exposed to things that was in the States. I didn't know that there was a big world and various opportunities out there. So my children will have that well-roundedness, if you will. So hopefully it pays off in the future.
Now in his second Euroleague season, after representing 8 professional teams in 4 different countries, Campbell greatly appreciates the life experiences that his career in basketball have given him.
I've just been very fortunate. Just traveling the world and just learning different cultures and stuff like that. I think that's something that you can only learn by experiencing that. You can't be taught, and I've been blessed to actually travel the world.
One of just 5 players on Euroleague rosters who were born in the 1970s, Campbell credits his wife's cooking among the reasons why he is fit and ready at age 36 for the rigours of another season doing battle for Strasbourg.
Everyone wants to play, at the height of their career and the best competition. So, I'm very fortunate and happy that I'm here. So.
He has never forgotten the help given to him by an older teammate back when it all started more than a decade ago, and is now determined to play his part as a veteran pro by extending a hand of friendship to younger players.
Always. If I see a young guy struggling with whatever, I try to bring him over. My wife and our kids, just try to make him feel it at home as much as possible, and just try to bridge the gap between him being a professional and living overseas, because I knew how difficult it was for me. So try to return the favor.
Let's have a look at what stood out from the opening round of the Euroleague regular season. Group A saw champions Real Madrid fall at the first hurdle against Khimki, while Crvena Zvezda defeated Strasbourg and Fenerbahce rallied to stop Bayern. In a much-anticipated showdown between last season's Euro Cup and Euroleague champions, Khimki dominated from the outset, behind James Augustine's power in the paint. Tyrese Rice and Alexei Shved joined the party, while Marko Todorovic excelled off the bench to make sure Khimki downed Madrid 84-70. Strasbourg and Rodrigue Bourbois started strong on the road in Belgrade, but Crvena Zvezda soon took control thanks to big man Mike Sierbes and cruised to an 81-59 win. In Istanbul, Bayern Munich followed Alex Renfro's lead into the final quarter of an upset bid before Bobby Dixon started connecting from downtown and Jan Vesely slammed the door on a 74-67 comeback home win for Fenerbahce. Crvena Zvezda sits atop of the standings after its 22-point victory, with Khimki and last season's semi-finalist Fenerbahce tied on wins. In Group B's openers, Olympiacos overcame Cedevita, Anadolu Efes ambushed Limoges, and EA7 Milan survived a Laboral Cucha late comeback try. With 16-year-old Zenan Musa as a starter, Cedevita used Tomislav Zubcic's scoring to lead hosts Olympiacos shortly before half-time. But Georgios Printezis started piling up his 20 points, and Patrick Young rocked the rims as the season's first weekly MVP, as last year's runners-up won going away 76-61. Despite Heiko Shafarczyk drilling 20 points for Limoges, Anadolu Efes secured a 77-89 road win as Thomas Hertel dished the second most assists in Euroleague history, 15, several of which helped John Diebler become the week's top scorer with 21 points. New arrival Robbie Hummel helped EA7 Milan establish a big early lead that held up just barely, despite visitors Laboral Cuccia rallying late in a close 78-76 decision for the hosts. Olympiacos holds the highest standing due to its 15-point winning margin, with Anadolu Efes and EA7 Milan also starting 1-0. Group C featured opening round surprises as superpowers Barcelona and Panathinaikos fell to Karziaka and Lokomotiv respectively, while Žalgiris won in Zielona Góra. This season's first game produced its first major upset too, as Pinar Karziaka used Colton Iverson's strong inside play and Kenny Gabriel's spectacular touches to soar after half-time to a 71-62 win over Barcelona, giving fans in Izmir indelible memories of their club's Euroleague debut. With legend Sasha Djordjevic on the bench and Dimitris Diamantidis dishing classy assists, Panathinaikos led early on the road in Krasnodar before Lokomotiv Kuban found the answer in Chris Singleton, whose 16 points helped decide his team's 81-70 victory. And in Poland, Stelmet Zielona Góra led Žalgiris Kaunas in the third quarter. But 11 rebounds from Paulius Jankunas kept his team close, and Brock Motum came up big at the finish of the visitors' 62-66 win. Lokomotiv Kuban claims top spot by virtue of its 11-point margin, but it's tied on victories by jubilant newcomers Karziaka and Žalgiris. Home teams ruled the first round in Group D as CSKA overpowered Maccabi, Unicaja manhandled Bamberg, and Darussafaka survived overtime with Sassari. Jordan Farmer set the pace early in Moscow for visiting Maccabi, but in no time CSKA's offense blasted off behind superstars Milos Teodosic and Nando De Colo, and their backcourt mate Aaron Jackson cleaned up the rest of a lopsided 169 home win. Darussafaka was staring at defeat as visiting Dinamo Sassari followed Rok Stipčević to a 5-point lead in minute 40. But after Milko Bjelica's three-pointer forced overtime, Reggie Redding and Emir Predzic sealed the 83-74 victory for the Turkish debutants. And the game of the week in Malaga saw Broza Baskets challenge early behind veteran Nikos Zizis, but with the electric Mindaugas Kuzminskas doing it all and his teammates sharing 17 offensive rebounds, Unicaja rolled to a 76-71 victory. As such, CSKA claimed the early lead in Group D standings, joined by fellow opening day winners Darussafaka and Unicaja. Hello Turkish Airlines Euroleague fans, and welcome to Who Said Newcomers. Today we're in Istanbul with Reggie Redding and Marcus Slaughter. Let's play. First question, let's see what you know about your new city. Tell us a well-known monument of Istanbul.
Grand Bazaar.
You like shopping, don't you? Number 2, do you know the population of Istanbul?
17 million?
12 million?
17 million.
12 million.
Say something in Turkish.
Merhaba, nasılsın? İyi misin? Teşekkürler, United. Efendim?
Very good. You seem to have settled in well.
Ah, you slowed the gun, baby. Slowed the gun.
2-1.
Ah, come back, baby. Come back.
The game is wide open.
Come back.
The only thing I know is teşekkürler.
Teşekkürler.
Good night and be united.
He's learning, he's learning.
Who's your team captain?
Indir Arslan. Arslan Indir.
Indir Arslan. Indir Arslan.
Number 5. Which teammates have spent most years here?
Dodo.
Are you sure?
He goes to school here. Gotta be him.
You're right. Tell us a typical dish of Turkey.
Baklava.
No, that's not a dish.
Baklava.
That's like a dessert. It's
Baklava.
It's not a dish.
Baklava.
You would call that a dish?
Baklava. Tie game, baby. Let's go.
Do you know the name of your club president?
Erman Yedilan.
Tell us the colour of your team's logo.
Green and white. Black. Green and white, black.
Marcus's answer was clearer.
This is crazy.
You are still level. To decide the winner, when was your team founded?
1914. 12. 1912.
Too confusing. One of you got it.
What's the answer?
1914. Congratulations, Reggie. You're the winner.
I said 14, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Big man Miro Bilan is entering his 5th season with Cedevita Zagreb, where he arrived in 2011. If staying with the same team 5 years is not completely out of the ordinary, one fact about Bilan is he has been on the court for every single game that Cedevita has played since he joined the club. Well, every game except one. The only game that he missed was in fact Cedevita's first ever in the Euroleague. It would have been Bilan's debut too.
We played in Kaunas against Žalgiris and I had some allergic reaction and I was on the bench but I didn't play. So that's one game.
That singular miss of Bilan's happened way back in October of 2012. He did not skip a single Cedevita tip-off before or since then, including all of the club's competitions. The 2-meter-13 centre has banged and battled through 266 out of 267 possible games in Cedevita's uniform. What is his secret?
It's hard to say. It's not a big secret. You know, you don't have a big plan for that. You just I just try to live sports life. You know, when I have time to relax and take rest, I take rest. I don't go out so much.
His streak, currently at 196 consecutive games, is not something new for Bilan. He rarely misses practices, and as a kid, he rarely missed school either.
I only missed, like, in 5 years in Cedevita, I missed maybe 20 practices. And about school, yes, I was one of those kids that always went to school because I didn't have high temperature for like 15 years maybe, so it's I never had a reason to miss school, except practice.
Bilan says he does not do anything special to avoid injuries and sickness over long seasons, but he admits to sometimes ignoring a slight injury or sickness because he does not want to miss a game.
Sometimes I'm hurt, but I think like when you miss a game, it's like giving up. So I'm not a quitter, so I try to play on every game.
His durability has been invaluable in helping Bilan develop into a force in the paint. From the almost 9 points he averaged 3 years ago in his Euroleague debut, Bilan jumped to 12.5 per game a year ago and cracked the top 10 rebounders in the regular season too. The vast minutes that he has played as an ever-present inside force for Cedevita has boosted Bilan's confidence too.
It means a lot because through games you gain experience and you made mistakes, but you learn. And when you make mistakes in one game, in the next game you are ready and you can recognize that situation and do better.
His Ironman streak may be rarer still for a centre who bangs his 122 kilograms around the paint for a living. But Bilan goes into his 3rd Euroleague season sure of one thing: he doesn't want to take a single night off anytime soon.
it will be, I don't know, for me it's like the worst feeling in the world to sit down and just watch your team playing. It's a terrible feeling, and I don't want to feel it, never.
Patrick Young's first Turkish Airlines Euroleague game in an Olympiakos Piraeus jersey on Thursday night was certainly one to remember. The big man shone both on the highlights reel and in the stat sheet in leading the Reds to a 76-61 victory over visiting Cedevita Zagreb. Young finished the game with 16 points, making 6 of his 9 two-point shots and adding 4 of 7 from the free throw line after drawing 7 fouls. But his performance was about far more than just points, because he also added 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals and no less than 4 blocks in a highly impressive all-around contribution. It all added up to a personal index rating of 26. 1 week into the new campaign, it looks like great things could be in store for Olympiakos and Patrick Young, the first weekly MVP of the season.
Number 5, Belgrade, Serbia. Final seconds of the third quarter. Strasbourg in need of a lift. Jeremy Lelou, all the way from half court, a buzzer beater. Off the backboard and in. This is the way to finish a quarter. Jeremy Lelou. Number 4, Istanbul, Turkey. Bayern Munich debutant Alex Renfo goes up, but Jan Vesely reaches high to the sky and somehow claws it away. Look how high he gets with the fingertips for the block. Number 3, Izmir, Turkey. A spectacular Euroleague debut for Turkish champs Pinar Kasiyaka. Justin Carter finishes off. High-octane play. Kinan Sepai made to steal, gets it back from Carter, gives it back to Carter, and there's the slam. Number 2, Crete, Greece. Nemanja Gordic racing at full speed to the basket, but Olympiakos youngster Dimitrios Agravanis meets him with a powerful jump. Number 1 play, Malaga, Spain. Rosa Baskets Bamberg with possession. Darius Miller on his debut. A big early impression, a huge baseline slam from Darius Miller.
Turkish Airlines Euroleague thrills continue into round 2 of the regular season next week, featuring a tantalising game of the week between 2 of the continent's most ambitious aspirants to the true elite. That game of the week comes in Group A between Bayern Munich and Khimki Moscow region, with influential big men John Bryant and James Augustine going toe-to-toe in the paint as their teams push for an early season victory, which could prove crucial in the not-too-distant future. Also in Group A, reigning champion Real Madrid stages its first home game of the season against Crvena Zvezda Telekom Belgrade, while Fenerbahce Istanbul travels to Strasbourg. In Group B, Anadolu Efes Istanbul and Class E playmaker Thomas Hertel will look to make his team start strong at the Ampi Pechki Arena against visiting EA7 Emporio Armani Milan and its solid new arrival Robbie Hummel. In the same group, Olympiacos Piraeus has a testing road trip to Laboral Cucha Vitoria Gasteiz, and Cedevita Zagreb begins its home campaign with the visit of Limoges. Group C will see Sasha Djordjevic make his home coaching debut for Panathinaikos Athens with the visit from fast-starting newcomer Pinar Karziaka Izmir and its anchor in the paint, Colton Iverson. Group C also features FC Barcelona Lassa looking for a first win against visiting Stelmet Zielona Gora, while Žalgiris Kaunas and its passionate fans host Lokomotiv Kuban Krasnodar. In Group D, free-flowing Dinamo Banco di Sardegna Sassari and double-double threat Joe Alexander play host to ever-dangerous CSKA Moscow and its always electric scoring threat Nando De Colo. Group D concludes with Maccabi Fox Tel Aviv welcoming Unicaja Malaga and Brose Baskets Bamberg taking on Darüşşafaka Doğuş Istanbul. Valuable wins will be up for grabs in regular season round 2.